Breakfast.
It is the Wave, 97.9 WHAV, and in the studio with me is Haverhill's acting police chief, Wayne Tracy. And can I call you Wayne, or you want me to call you Chief?
I think Wayne will do, Wayne.
Okay. Oh, Wayne and Wynn. So, okay. Well, I appreciate that. Nice to have you here in the building. It's your first time, actually, right?
Yeah. Got the tour. Looks like a pretty interesting place. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you bet. And we have a donation box when you leave, so you can just make. Just kidding. We actually there's a news story that we have in the news today. Lieutenant Kevin Lynch. He was talking at the. In fact, I had him here too a couple of months, maybe a couple of years ago now, talking about traffic safety and things like that. I can't believe that the police department, I was trying to do the quick math, he said that there were 1,386 accidents that the police investigated last year, and that comes out to about 4 or 5 accidents a day. Is that right?
Sounds about right. Yep.
Okay. And he says that most of the accidents that involve pedestrians, quite often it's due to distracted driving.
Absolutely. Big problem, distracted driving, texting driving, playing with the radio, you name it.
Well, you can't. Wait. Now, I understand too. I've heard this. I might be wrong, but even if you're at a stoplight, if you can't go to your phone on the stoplight because you're on a traffic way, right?
That is correct. Yes, and a lot of times you'll see people doing it anyway, and then that's when the light's green and you're behind them and no one's moving.
And so. How would a police officer find out, discover that, or it's probably just observation? You know what people are doing.
Yeah, it's usually pretty obvious. You can see in the car, and they're not typically hiding it either, so you can usually see it pretty easily.
All right, and best excuse that you've heard?
Ooh, geez, I haven't stopped a car in a long time. Man. That'd probably defer to Kevin on that.
Well, there's always, there's always an excuse, and I'm sure that none of them are very good. Now, I don't know a lot about your background, but why don't you give me a little bit of your background, where you grew up and where you went to school and all that?
Sure. So I grew up in the Acre section of Haverhill, the Avenues. Been on the police department for 22 years in October. Went to Haverhill High School, played hockey and football there. And just been pretty much my entire adult life has been spent as a Haverhill police officer. I
had, sitting in the same chair that you are in now, I had the guy who scored Haverhill High varsity hockey's very first goal. Did you ever meet him?
I did not, but that sounds like it was a long time ago.
Spike Sprague. No, it's just
Spike,
a couple.
yeah, Spike coached me. I didn't realize he scored the first goal. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he left Newburyport to go and coach in Haverhill.
Yes, I understand he did go maybe back and forth a couple of times.
Yeah. But. Okay. I did not know at the time. I was not aware that he was a Haverhill guy, but so that would explain that altogether.
Yep. He coached me for a couple of years. He came to Haverhill, I think, when I was a sophomore.
Okay.
If I remember right.
And Spike also mentioned that he may have recorded the very first penalty against him.
I believe that. I do believe that.
All right. So you grew up in Haverhill, in the Acres, and the Acre section. And did you do the service? Did you do college?
I did not go in the service. I started in the police department when I was 21. So I did go to college, Southern New Hampshire University. I have a bachelor's degree from there in criminal justice.
Okay, and I know that there's always continuing education for the officers. In fact, Chief Sassadi, fire chief, just graduated from his school to learn how to do chief type things. Do you have that in the future for you?
We do. Actually, I went to Northwestern School of Police Staff and Command, which is run through Northwestern University. That is an executive command level police school. I graduated from that, I think that was 2 years ago. And I'm pretty close to finishing my master's degree from University of Mississippi.
Online.
I'm commuting.
Well, how about that? So how come Mississippi was the choice?
The price was right, basically, and the convenience of the online factor.
Okay, I've never thought about online courses, but you can take them whenever you're ready, huh?
Yep, whenever. You can take them all over the place. I mean, most places are offering it.
Now, I understand as well, too, there's the FBI training. Is that in the future?
I have already done the FBI Leader Trilogy, which is a series of 3 trainings. You might be talking about the FBI National Academy.
That's it.
It's possible that I could do that in the future. I'm certainly qualified to go there, but we'll see. The Northwestern one that I did is equivalent.
Oh, okay. Wow. So distracted driving, that's something that people have to be aware of, to pay attention. I do that early in the morning, but I'm paying attention, making sure that deer and things like that don't run out in front of me. But that can be an issue in Haverhill too, right?
Absolutely. Deer all over the place. I remember hitting one when I was actually in high school on Amesbury Line Road by Whittier Tech, and just jumped out of the woods right into the middle of the street, never even saw it, and it ran off. It was a big one, too. All I had left was the fur and my hood. But, yes, they're all over the place, so you gotta watch for everything.
Now, were you on duty a couple of years ago when I think it was an ostrich got loose?
No, I don't think I was working when that happened, but yeah, there's all kinds of animals. The llamas get loose sometimes up on Kimball Farm. Haverhill's unique like that. Farmland on the outskirts, goats get loose from WHAV sometimes, and all kinds of stuff.
So you've always wanted to be a police officer, I take it?
No, actually, I didn't. I wanted to be a firefighter because my grandfather was a Haverhill firefighter. However, back then it was every other year was police fire test, right? So the year I became eligible happened to be the police test. So a friend of mine said, "Why don't you take the police test? It's similar to the fire test." So I said, "All right," and took it. I did well. They called me and offered me a job. At the time, I was making pizzas, so I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And 21 and a half years later, here I am.
Oh, wow. Did you think that, I can always switch over from police to fire?
In the beginning, that kind of was on the table, but once I got into the policing, I loved policing, so I wouldn't trade it for the world now.
What are some of the things I know that when you get up you have no idea what the day is going to bring you, but what are some of the things you like about policing?
Mainly the community and talking with community members and kind of getting their insight on things. Obviously, any day you can help somebody, whether it's saving a life to that extreme or just giving them a hand, maybe helping somebody cross the street or something small like that. Those type of things make you feel good.
Now, did you have to go to that call yesterday, the train accident?
No, I did not. I did hear about it. The MBTA and the state police take jurisdiction on the train stuff, but we were there initially.
Okay. And does the state police, they do the highway 495?
Yep. State police cover the highway. We can go out there too. We have jurisdiction, but typically they'll take jurisdiction if something on the highway.
Now the story that we had with Kevin Lynch, he is saying that when you when you hit the crosswalk and say you're on a scooter or something like that, a lot of people just ride right across it. But he says it's a crosswalk, not a cross ride.
Yeah, he's 100% right, and you wouldn't think it, but it's a bit dangerous to just ride out on your bicycle or a scooter or anything like that into the crosswalk. People aren't expecting it, especially in congested downtown areas where there's cars lining the streets. People can't see you necessarily, so you're supposed to dismount off the bicycle or the scooter and walk across.
Same thing with the Como Bridge.
Walk across the bridge. Yeah, I'd have to defer to Kevin on that. I'm not up to date on my bridge law, but if he said it, it's probably right.
Well, he didn't say it. I made it up, but I've seen it at other bridges. You're supposed to walk across that.
Yeah.
Same thing like stop signs. They're stop signs. They aren't glide signs, are they?
No, you're supposed to come to a full stop and setback in the vehicle. 3-second setback, they call it. So people actually think that they are stopping, but if you're looking at it from the outside, they're not. They're slow down and kind of glide through, as you said.
I had one question the other day. I was at the on Bailey Boulevard and Main Street, and there was a car behind me, a police car, and the beeping of the horn. He needed to get through, but I didn't know what to do. I inched out into Main Street, but I didn't know if that was right or not.
Yeah. Generally speaking, when the police car's got the lights and siren on behind you, you want to pull over to the right and stop. People forget that part. And the reason that's important is when you pulled over to the right, if you're continuing to drive, a lot of times the police car wants to take a right, and you could be in a T-bone situation if they're trying to turn right in front of you and you haven't stopped. But obviously, can't account for every scenario. In your scenario, the stopped at intersections is a tough one.
I was in the middle lane.
Yeah, so generally speaking, if you're already stopped at the intersection, you don't move. But every situation can be unique, so I guess my advice in that situation, you probably did the right thing, which is just be very cautious and try to get out of the way.
Now, do you have the lights so the police cars can turn the lights on so they get the green light?
We don't have that. They do have the strobe that'll maintain what the light is currently on.
Oh, okay.
So it won't turn it green, but it'll keep it like is.
The other question I have, I'm glad you're here. The other question is those rumblers that the police cars have. I think that those are fantastic, but I don't know how they work.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the rumblers. I haven't been in a cruiser in quite some time, but that's something maybe next time Kevin's here, he could fill you in on the rumblers.
All right. And you're getting used to talking to city councilors and the mayor and all that stuff?
Yes, a very good relationship with the mayor. See her, probably 3-4 times a week. Talk to the city councils a lot. Been in front of city council, so they all seem like genuinely nice people and all trying to help the citizens.
Now, any training going on for the officers these days, like target training or?
They've already done that. I think what we're focused on now is getting people crisis intervention trained. We actually are ahead of the curve on that. The state wants departments to have 20% of their department trained in that. We're at 70%. But whenever we hire new officers, okay, that number goes down a little bit, and we got to get them trained. So we're working on getting back up to 90%.
Okay, crisis management type of thing.
Yep.
One other question.
Sure.
You have a canine?
We do have a canine, and we're actually getting a second canine. So the canine, the first one hit the road, Rex. His name is Rex. He was on the road in January, started in January. all the dogs do tracking, like missing people and stuff like that. But his specialty is ballistics, so gunpowder, bombs, stuff like that. The second dog, which is starting the academy, don't know his name yet, starting the academy next month, his specialty will be drugs.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we also, 2 weeks, we'll have a comfort dog.
Oh, so that did go through.
That did go through.
Okay. All right. And that is, I know that a lot of the school superintendents, like Pentucket, they have 5 comfort dogs. They have one for each school in the district. And it just is so helpful for the kids and the adults too.
Yeah, absolutely. Good community policing tool, good de-escalation tool in some scenarios. Only heard good things about them.
All right. Well, I guess more next time.
Sure, anytime.
Okay. So tomorrow morning.
You want me to take over the show?
No, that's okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Wayne, Acting Chief or Chief Wayne Tracy, Haverhill Police Department. Our guest this morning here on the WAV, 97.9 WHAV, and we'll take a look at the news coming up.
Wake up with Wayne Damon weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on 97.9 FM WHAV.